what's good everybody? It's Lance again, and today I want to come at you with another video. Today I'm doing something that I haven't done before. I want to kind of react, kind of recap, kind of react to the newest Atlanta season premiere. Season 2 to be exact, Robin season premiere episode that just happened today. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of Atlanta. I'm a big fan of Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. I'm a big fan of Lakeith Stanfield. I'm a big fan of all these actors on this show. Hiro Murai, I think he's a great director. He's directed almost all of the episodes. Besides some of that Donald Glover has actually directed. I've been a big fan of it ever since the first episode, honestly. I thought that it was a great surrealist look into the life of black people in Atlanta. The rap game, just a satire, kind of like a commentary almost about like current times and current situations. It's something that honestly I don't think we've ever seen before, kind of in like a network show. You know, there's always been like very different kind of surrealist takes on like modern culture, but we've never really had something along those lines when it came to like, you know, maybe like just African American culture or just like just like the current state of rap and like everything like that. Like I feel like it's just something that's to be admired. It's written superbly, shot really well too. Whoever's the DP on all of the episodes does a great job. It's color graded terrifically. Hiro Murai is a great director. Ever since I saw Clapping for the Wrong Reasons, I've been a good fan of Hiro Murai. I've been keeping up with everything he's done like with Vimeo and all of his other projects. So to understand that he's coming back to do season 2 after his great season 1 with Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, I felt like it was awesome just to see that. Anyway, this episode started with like a bang, literally. This episode started off with just like this kind of like robbery happening, you know. I mean, it's called Robin season for a reason, and we kind of get to see a little bit of that. Obviously we're introduced to two characters that we never seen before, two like young teenagers that are just hanging out. They pull up to a fried chicken spot and they just go out guns blazing. They want something, and then there's just a big shootout between the manager with an AK-47, the other dude that just goes inside and trying to like steal what they got. It's just like a real mind-boggling kind of scene, and it also kind of gets bizarre towards the end. I mean, like, spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it. Basically, the gunfight ends when basically they go into the car and they try to drive away from the manager who's still shooting at them. And while the manager shoots at the rear windows, a woman just comes out just crying. I guess she got shot in the head, but she's still alive. It was just something there that I felt like was very bizarre, very surreal. I hadn't seen something like that before, I guess you can say. I mean, like, it was very obtuse, very abstract. I'm not exactly sure what the direction was there, but I totally understood exactly like what was happening. I guess they want to get into the whole topic of just violence, like robberies and stuff like that. There's a great line by Darius saying that, you know, it's Robin season, people gotta eat, Christmas time's coming, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. You want money, but you can't get it, so you have to resort to drastic measures. It's like things of that nature that's happening here, and I guess maybe they want to have like a commentary towards that. I don't know. And then there's this great segment, Darius and Paperboy are not talking to each other. Earn doesn't really know exactly what's going on between them. He asks them a couple of times and they're always kind of like just never like really acknowledging his question or stuff like that. They don't want to talk about it. Paperboy seems to be doing very well for himself. It's way better than what he was doing in season 1, where he wasn't able to get any girls. Now it seems like he got multiple women, and it's implied because he calls one girl Regina, who's really Tara, and it's implied that basically like Paperboy has multiple girls basically coming over and living with him. Paperboy tells Earn to basically go to his uncle's shed that he's basically like owning, just trying to make sure that he's okay because he's been hearing some stuff that's been happening or something like that. We find out as audience members that his uncle is actually Cat Williams. Cat Williams shows up, and it's just like really refreshing to see him. I hadn't seen him in the project for so long. The last time I think I saw Cat Williams, he was on like a viral video where he was getting his ass beat by like a teenager or something like that. So like to see him actually doing work again is pretty cool, and it was refreshing. This was like kind of like a more serious kind of take for him. Obviously it was very funny, it was very comical, but at the same time it was something that I hadn't really seen from Cat Williams before. It was interesting how they chose to implement him into this episode, and I think it really worked. He played this guy called Willie who didn't want to leave the place, he didn't want to leave the house. They had an alligator inside of the bathroom that was just there and wasn't released until like the later half of the episode. It was just very bizarre, but it was just really engaging, really funny. Overall, I think that this episode was really well done. Great opener for the season. I think this season is going to tackle a lot of things that's happening in the last year and a half. You know, it's been so long since Atlanta had first premiered. It's been like since fall of 2016. Like, honestly, that was a long time ago. Since then, we've had a new president. There's been a whole new slang of topics happening recently, and I feel like Atlanta probably will be a show to tackle some of those themes inside of this whole 10 episode package that they're going to have for this whole season. Today they had mentioned Florida Man. Like, honestly, that was a crazy segment that it's so hilarious. You know, they always say that the craziest people in America are from the Bronx in Florida, and they mentioned how Florida was like Florida Man, people eating each other, cops killing unarmed black teens, things like that nature. Like, that was a pretty funny moment by Darius, who he was talking to Earn in the car. I can't wait personally to see what happens next in this whole season. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's even better than the first season, and hopefully we get more of the Atlanta that we love and more of the Atlanta that we deserve. It was really refreshing just to see the whole gang back together again, and I cannot wait to see what else happens. I hope to be doing more Atlanta recaps, reactions, because first of all, it's one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show right now. And secondly, I feel like it just makes for good material. I think that it'll be cool just to talk about and share my thoughts with you guys about each episode, because I feel like every episode is very meticulously made, it's very detail oriented, and there's a lot of hints and like subliminal messages that maybe we probably wouldn't get. Basically, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you guys soon with my next, hopefully, movie review in the next coming days. You guys have a great one, and I'll talk to you guys soon.